I'm not the suave, sophisticated playboy that some people make me out to be. I'm really not. But I do enjoy my freedom. I do. And yeah, don't want to be tied down, or at least that's what I say. Okay, well, what else do I talk about? I kind of like talking about Forbidden Planet. That was kind of cool. I want to thank Monk again for all the cool stuff he sent me. Barbarelli, she sent me some stuff too. People, stop. You really, I don't want anybody sending me stuff. I really, you know. It's getting a little uneasy giving out my address now. Cheers. Oh my. I think I'll freshen my drink. What do you see? See, I got the Admiral Nelson's. I got this another huge bottle. This cheap stuff that comes in a plastic jug. Remember Admiral Nelson was actually the, well, I guess there's a couple. There's a real British Admiral Nelson. I'm not that good on my history, but I guess he was a big seafaring hero. And then there was also Admiral Nelson on A Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Remember? Irwin Allen's Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. What a great show that was. You know, I'm tinkering with the idea. I've said in the past that I do not make sock accounts. Well, I'm starting to maybe change my mind on that. We'll see. I'm saying all bets are off. That citizenkong, and I know some people said don't be stupid and let people know that you might be doing that. Hey, I may not open any sock accounts, but all of a sudden people might add me to the list. Could that be citizenkong? I think a great bunch of series of sock accounts based on Land of the Giants and Time Tunnel and Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. And then you'll see, I'll be the sock account, Admiral Nelson. Dive, dive! Oh, yeah. I'm really starting to babble incoherently. I need to drink up. I'm going to drink some more. You feel free to drink up at home, too. Whether it's coffee or tea or the hard stuff. Yeah, that's about it. You know, I've been pretty much trying to ignore... What do I do with the cap? Oh, I've been pretty much trying to ignore the news. Man, I really have been a little more bummed out than usual. Things are precarious, but I don't want to bitch and moan about that too much. My mood's actually not too bad considering. The funny thing is, see, when I have some of those mood swings, a lot of times there's no real reason. I can just be depressed and everything's fine. It's just that I think about stuff. I think about death and growing old and coming home to an empty house. But I've been trying to avoid the news because it's all just bad news, you know? It's just crap. I still read the papers, but Obama's over there in the Middle East. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope he doesn't screw up. I was watching Dre's Opinion. He did a series of videos. And Dre's your opinion that you're a smart guy, and I admire the fact that you volunteered for Dennis Kucinich and you traveled and apparently went to Las Vegas and was working with him, and you had some criticism of how the Obama people were playing dirty, you know, and yeah, you know, I'm older and I'm cynical and I'm so like, yeah, people, you know, politics. I mean, that's what it's about, you know. The whole deal making and the strange bedfellows and stuff. I mean, it's nothing modern. I mean, distrusting politicians goes back, I don't know, forever, till there's been politicians. And in some cases, the whole idea of like nice guys finish last and stuff applies to politics too. I say politics is I'm not a sports fan. I don't follow sports. Politics is my sports. But the thing is, when a team wins a game, it doesn't have any real repercussions on the world. But when one political party comes in over another, and you might believe that they're all the same, fine. That's your business, I guess. But I don't think they're the same. Because you just look at who's in what tent and what ideas these people hold true. Whether the party does it or not, it's still the spirit of what's going on behind them that you have to think about. And Dre Dre's opinion more or less said that, I said, well, you know, since he doesn't like Obama anymore, I said, well, who do you want to win, Obama or McCain? He says, neither. And I said, oh, great, I can see it now. Obama loses, McCain loses. Yeah. I mean, seriously. There has to be a winner, okay? There's going to be somebody that's going to rise out at the top. And you could pick the lesser of two evils. I know, some people hate that argument. South Park, who they have libertarian leanings, so I don't agree with everything they say. And what's really sad is that I know people that base their entire political philosophy on what they, and social philosophies, on what they see in South Park. Don't forget that Cartman is an asshole. I mean, he's portrayed as an asshole. Whatever comes out of Cartman's mouth is what an asshole would say, okay? If he hates hippies, that's what an asshole would say, right? So, but they did have a really good episode of what was it? The turd sandwich versus the douchebag or something, when they were trying to pick a mascot and they had a vote, and they said essentially that's what politics is picking the turd sandwich over the douchebag. You know, fine. Let's call Obama the douchebag. I'll take the douchebag. Thank you. All right. Anyway, okay, let's wind this up. Hey, thanks, Witzke, man. You liked my kind of semi-serious vlog at the end when I talked about totalitarianism. See? I got it right that time. And as my habit is, I go to a coffee shop called Twigs. If any of you want to track me down and surprise me and shoot me and attack me or something, I have a pretty regular schedule of going to Twigs sometime on the weekend and having a coffee and reading the newspaper and just, you know, that hip kind of coffee house bohemian type scene, you know. That oh yeah, oh by the way, we had a gay pride parade here in San Diego. I didn't go. I might have taped it for you all. You know, are you disappointed? And you know, never fails that the right-wing talk show hosts are you know, talking about, oh, gay marriage, next thing they'll be marrying animals and stuff. We can't let this happen. The institution of marriage is in danger. You know what? I don't think gays are threatening the institution of marriage because plenty of straight people are getting divorced all the time. It has nothing to do with the gays, okay? I think the institution of marriage is threatened by a lot more things than the gayness of certain people.